Hello everyone, you're on Tony's Witchy Arts and Crafts, and I'm Tony. Hi, hello. So, you know what? This is, see all this I got? I have a few bags of buttons that I usually end up in these stashes, right? That have been gifted to me, and I don't ever use them for anything. I'm thinking maybe I should. And of course, late last night, when I'm trying to go to sleep, I'm thinking, like, what's in my art room? And how much do I have of something? And why have I not used it more often, right? And there's two. Tool, which I do love using tool, and I do use it, but I don't use it enough, and it's starting to pile up. And two, buttons. So I was like, how can I use these together? So I don't think I've ever seen this idea, and I've never tried it, but I had a vision in my head, and we're gonna try doing this. So if you want to try this too, you're going to need some buttons. You're going to need some tulle. It doesn't matter what color, and it doesn't matter what buttons. But I'm going to try to make this look kind of Christmassy. It is July 2nd, and you all know now in the crafting community, everybody loves to do Christmas in July. Or in my case, I'm going to try to do Yule or winter solstice in July. So I'm going to start with using some gold buttons. I'm pretty sure these are just plastic. Pretty pretty, aren't they? And because we're going to go with like a Yule bud, I'm going to go with this red tulle. So you'll need tulle, button, a needle, and thread. My needle here. It's already threaded, and I decided to use gold thread. Okay. So we're going to do a Christmas tulle button in July. Christmas in July. So you're going to need some tulle. Now, this is just a vision in my head. I have not seen anyone do this, so I'm hoping this turns out okay. If it doesn't, if it turns out horrible, more than likely you just aren't going to see this video. Yeah. So I'm just going to cut off a bunch, and now I'm going to fold it a bunch of times. And then I'm going to cut it again. Does this ever happen to anyone else? Like when you're trying to sleep, ideas just start to come into your head? I almost have to keep a journal next to my sleeping area. I can jot it down and then finally go to bed. Okay, I have no idea how big I want this. And I'm thinking I want it a little smaller. What I'm going to do is sew this button in the middle of all this tulle. Thinking I want it even smaller. Okay, so probably get two. I can separate it. But now that I've cut all these little squares out, I'm going to try to kind of like stagger them. I'll put two down. I'll take two more and just kind of go the opposite way. And what the look I'm trying to go for is like a flower almost with a button in the middle. If you've seen someone do something similar, please let me know so I can go watch the video. I'm pretty sure this is not my original idea. This is just what my brain decided to think about before going to bed. Okay, so I kind of staggered them so it kind of looks, the edge kind of looks messy and kind of flowery, you know? And then I'm going to take the button and I'm going to put it right in the middle. Okay, and then I'm going to sew it on. So, this is a new to me too, so if I fail, then I know, right? We all know how to sew a button on, right? It's been quite some time since I've had to. And I'm just going to sew this button on until I feel like it's secure. You could probably do this with fabric too. If you have more fabric than tulle, I'm trying my hardest. I know I keep going out of frame, but I'm trying my hardest not to poke my finger. It hurts. Alright, I think that should be good. So if you're using fabric, I would think that you would do the same technique, like cut it into little squares and then just stagger them. Right now I'm going to try rope this off here. Try to make a knot or a tie in the back so it doesn't come undone. So one more time. Come on. It's not going through the tool. Alright, that's good. Now, cut your thread off. And I'm thinking you can glue this down. That's cute. You can glue this down on something. So, happy July 2nd, Christmas in July. You can probably glue that on front of the card. See if we can scrunch the tool up some more. That's pretty. You can put that on a card. You can put it on the front of your junk journal. You can put it inside your junk journal. Embellish a bag, like a gift bag with it or something. Hell, you could probably even find what are the coat pins? Just a plain coat pin with nothing on it yet. What are those called? You can probably glue that on the back or sew that on the back of that, and you've got a coat pin too. Or you can pin it in your hat if you like to wear hats. Or that's cute. A little bit, so it kind of looks like that from the side. So let's make another one. And let's choose a different colored button to see if it makes a difference. Oh. Alright, give me a second. My throat's been really dry lately, so I'm gonna take a drink. Okay. And then after I do this, I really want to do a Halloween one. spooky themed one. Trying to. There we go. Okay, so I do have some red and green ones somewhere, but I can't find them. But I did have some of these purple ones, so you can make these any color for any season. Um, this is not as flat. It's kind of got this on there, right? I'll try to work as well. Unless I sew the tool first and then just glue that on. I can do that too. Okay, let's do that. Where's my needle thread? Because I do have my glue gun still plugged in. I can probably use these on my art pages as well. Or my greeting cards I've been making for the holidays. I'm just trying to tie a knot in my thread again, so it doesn't go through the tool. Hold on. Okay, I think that's good. Alright, so I'm just gonna thread the tool together first. Okay, so I think that's good. Don't quit on me now, fingers. Okay, kind of wanted to tingle up on you a little bit there, but I think that's good. Okay, so I got the tool sewn together, and if you have a bead or buttons like that, just take your clippers and clip it off and then glue it down. I got my clippers. Oh, don't want to lose my button. Okay, so I cut that loop off. Oh, look how beautiful that button is. I'm just going to use some hot glue and glue that in the middle. Okay. It's all. It's not scrunched up yet, so if you don't want it scrunched up, you can just glue that down on something. Like the look of scrunched up. Oh, cool. So there's using a big button and a small button in two different colors, so you can see the difference, right? Pretty cool. All right, there's your Yule and July. Now we're gonna go backwards and go back to Halloween. I already asked this question. Does anyone think of ideas right before bed? Or while you're in bed and it makes you not go to sleep now? Because then you want to jump up and go do it, but you can't. So, and your squares don't have to be perfect or anything. I'm just eyeballing it. They can be as big or as small as you want. So if you got big buttons, then you can leave it big. But if you got some tiny, tiny buttons, then I just keep folding it, keep cutting it. One more time. Oh, I'm going to just eyeball it and just separate them into two piles. And I do have some, for Halloween buttons, you can use any black button or orange button. Here's some oranges buttons. But I do have some actual Halloween ones here that I want to use. I think I want to use this one. And they're stickers, but I can pull the sticky part off. I think I'll go with this one. I got these in a D-stash. I did not buy them myself. But if you're curious, I think they're pretty old. The 9 pieces. And whoever sent them to me, it looks like they might have gotten them on clearance at TJ Maxx. I've never been to TJ Maxx, but I'm pretty sure that they're just are they shoes and clothing? Or are they like that store that receives other store stuff and just sells it at a discount? Like Tuesday Morning was? I could be wrong. But okay, so over there. Sticky in the back, so I'm just pulling that off. Just pulling it off enough where I can see the holes. Now, where did my needle go? Tie another knot. Okay, I think that should be good. Now, oh, I didn't stagger my stuff yet. Doesn't want to pull apart for me, you know. Tool likes to stick to itself. Oh. Okay. Okay, so the tricky part is finding the hole. Oh, there you go. I found it. And I just go back and forth until I feel like the button is nice and secure. One more time. There you go. They're nice and good. Just try to tie in the back. Oh, there we go. And I just swish it. Swish, swish, swish. You don't have to swish it if you don't want it swished. Or you could try pull some of the layers apart again. And then swish. That might make it fluffier. So, like I said, you could probably make up a bunch of these for any season, any holiday, and just keep them on hand. Like do a mass producing. I know some of us like to do that. Just make a bunch and just have them on hand. And I think I'll continue making some of these today. So I hope my midnight thoughts were good enough to show to you guys today. Alright, thank you so much. Have a beautiful day. Bye.